finally got him! Oh, I've waited 2 years for this moment! Yes! Oh, you must be feeling great right now. Teamwork, am I right? Hey, lad? Lad?
Yeah, feels great. You're right. I've waited 2 years for this.
Man, me too. Oh, we never discussed this, but I knew you had this in mind. Just seems like a fitting end to this madness, you know?
A fitting end. I guess you could say that. My madness is finally over. At long last, I'm free. And it was all because of you. Thank you for ending my suffering.
Ah, no problem, mate. Put it there. Whoa, wait. What's this?
I saw your timeline. Yu-Gi-Oh, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah?
The whole series?
Just your monsters.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? And tell me, how many episodes does it have?
224 exactly?
Oh, that's a task.
Oh, but it's okay. You're gonna help me. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Oh, no, buddy. That was never the deal.
You can't just leave me here. I'll starve.
I survived 4 months in this cell. There was something I never told you about everything wrong with content. Once you start, there's no escape until you complete the task. It took me 2 fucking years to beat this monster. I wonder how long it will take you.
You can't expect me to do this on my own. It's 200 episodes. I won't survive.
You say that like it's my fault. I wasn't the one who signed my own death wish.
How am I gonna do this? Please, you gotta give me some advice. Anything, please. I beg you.
You know, most people are so ungrateful for the content that makes them famous. But not you. Not anymore. Like they say, my move has been played. Now it's time you play yours.
No, come on! No!
How's it going, everybody? Discount Bobby Burns here, and thank you for watching that new ending. It's over, boys. 2 years of Sonic X and God knows how many hiatuses. I'm done. The chains of Sonic X has finally been broken. And now I can just let the series die in peace and move on to greater and more passionate projects. However, before I do that, there is something I want to talk to you guys about. That being the future of more Everything Wrong Withs on this channel. That being, there is none. I'm done. After a Sonic X, now that that's done, I will never be doing another Everything Wrong With series ever again. I don't think I've ever made a series where I have been this drained and this unmotivated to make content in my entire life. It was fun at first when I was just fucking around with Sargent, but after everything wrong with Sonic X Episode 5, I was just not having fun anymore. If anything, I was making these videos more out of just an obligation to just get the series done because I started it, rather than just finishing the series with actual passion. Look, before any of you have a go at me, yes, I'm fully aware that I briefly mentioned this in my last video, but I feel like I really need to hammer home to you guys on how much everything wrong with Sonic X drained me mentally. Because until episode 8, where I was actually having fun making the video, this series was depressing, repetitive, way too negative, and just way too boring in almost every aspect. The only real fun I had was recording the lines with people, and that shit took only like 45 minutes, maybe an hour if I was lucky. Editing this series was so incredibly dull. It was literally just get the episode, find the clip I want to criticize, mute the clip, trim it, put in the voice clip, trim the clip again, unmute the clip, rinse and repeat 200 plus times. The editing alone was the main reason why I had so many hiatuses. Once I was done an episode, I was drained for literal days, which would mean I'd get no art drawn, no scripts written, and no audio recorded because I just kept overworking myself. I'm a person that loves to make videos, so to have days where I feel like I'm doing absolutely nothing, it makes me hate myself, which is something I never should have after making content that I created. But the boring editing was not the worst part of this series. No. The worst part of this entire series was getting shit wrong. Every single video that I've ever made passed 40 minutes. And in every single one, no matter how much time I've spent trying to fix mistakes that I've made, there's at least 5 per episode. 5. And I hate it. I hated every single time I got something wrong because that's the stuff that people will immediately find and they will immediately call me out for it. And it just makes me go, well, that was 40 plus hours of editing just completely shit down the drain. I hate it. I despised it. Because it also really fucked up with the editing process because I could be almost done an episode and then I could have a crucial mistake. I don't get a sin counter right. I get something flat out wrong. And that adds up to just 2, and that adds to more, like fucking 2 plus more hours of editing. I hated it. And that's something that I never want to experience again. I don't want to be in this constant state of paranoia when I'm editing. I don't need it. I'm already a bit of a perfectionist. My brain does it. I don't need it. I fucking hate it. Hated every single minute of it. But I think that above all of this, the thing that made me absolutely despise this series to the end was that everything wrong with Sonic X has made me feel like I've been a terrible critic. With every one genuinely well thought out and well worded point that I made, there's at least 10 sins that just consist of me ignoring context, getting stuff wrong, nitpicking, and badly made jokes. Everything wrong with Sonic X kind of destroyed the way I criticize stuff for a while, and I hate this series because of that. Some of the videos, especially episode 6, were so negative that I'm shocked at even myself that I even uttered half the shit that I said in it. It's certainly not pleasant to look back at that episode now that I'm just way more chill when it comes to talking about my opinions. The manga artist that you've been seeing in Everything Wrong with Sonic X for 2+ years is not me. That's not who I am. It's a stupid, exaggerated character that I originally thought was funny. Now I think it's just a very disgusting interpretation of who I actually am. You know, it makes me very depressed to say that the only episodes that I've ended up liking after all these years were episode 5 and the last episode. Those are the only 2 I like. The rest of them lack passion, they lack a soul, and they're just a brilliant example on what my content looks like when I'm doing something solely for views and not because my heart's in it. I'm happy that I finished the series, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like even half the journey was worth it. The last episode is good. I'm happy with how it turned out. But I only like 25% of that video. in all honesty, I just only like 25% of it because that's animated. That's my true thoughts. That's me voice acting. That's stuff that I like doing. The actual sin part of the video, I couldn't give two shits about. I didn't care if it was good or bad. Sure, I made some well thought out points. Sargent wrote a very fantastic script, and I feel like a lot of I feel like Casey and my delivery were really good. But aside from that, I just forget that I even made that part. And that's something that I never should have to experience when I make content. Forgetting that I made it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. That was fucking cathartic. I really needed that. That rant has been the result of 2 years of bottling up my emotions towards you guys, and it feels great. I finally got that off my chest, and you guys now genuinely know what's going on with me. That I'm happy with. I'm glad. It was good. It was good to have that little rant. Finally let off some steam. It was great. Fun times. To anyone that's wondering about what I'm gonna do with this series, I'm not gonna delete them. I'm not going to delete everything wrong with Sonic X. That's 2 years worth of work that I'm just going to delete. I can't do that, even though I don't like it. Because, for one reason, even though I don't like it, the series got me views. It did. And it's gotten a lot of traction. And because of that series, people are now willing to just subscribe to my channel and may even give my other content a chance. And I think that's a win in my books. But another reason that I'm doing it is mainly because there's this masochist in me that wants to keep the series up, just to give me a daily reminder on what will happen to my content if I just do it solely for views and without passion. Everything wrong with Sonic X has helped me in both my views and the way I make my content, so I'll give it props there. I'll definitely give it props. I mean, without everything wrong with Sonic X, I now know that I take reviews way more seriously, and I can now definitely say that everything wrong with content is fucking garbage, and I will never watch it again. And I think it's a very stupid way to criticize something. So, hey. I think that's good in my books. It's good that I learned that. Now, Sergeant, why the fuck don't you do that? Why did you decide to do the complete fucking opposite of what I did? And not even that, you take an anime that has 200 plus episodes and you don't have me helping you. You're fucked, kiddo. You are legit fucked. Stay the fuck in your basement! So if you for some reason disagree with me on the fact that everything wrong with content is garbage and you want to see more of this kind of format by a host that you're kind of familiar with, then you can head over to Sergeant Major Mario's channel, which I will link in the description. And like how the skit says, he's going to be tackling Yu-Gi-Oh! Jew monsters. Did I say Jew? I said fucking Jew monsters, didn't I? And if you like what you see, then you can feel free to subscribe to him. But don't subscribe to him just because I told you to. Actually give his content a chance, because I would rather have Sargent have an active fan base as opposed to a dead fan base. So, yeah. And to a certain group of people, I'm sure you already got this vibe, but to anyone who subscribed to me just for everything wrong with content and the fact that this video is pretty much saying that it's over and you don't like that, if the fact that I'm not doing everything wrong with content disappoints you, then just leave. You can go. I won't have any hard feelings against you. I do understand how this works, and I know that a decent amount of you people found me because of my everything wrong with content, but in my personal opinion, I would much rather have a large active fan base than a large dead fan base. I meant to say I would rather have a small active fan base than a large dead fan base. Why am I so fucking stupid? My second channel has definitely helped me realize that. So, to anyone who doesn't want to see my other content and only wants everything wrong with, you can go. You can go. No one's stopping you. But now that I've said all this, the future of Sonic content is going to be quite iffy. I'll still talk about him, because I think he's interesting to talk about, and I have a lot of opinions that I still want to share, but I'm gonna be tackling him way less in the future. I've made a promise to myself that I'm gonna do that, because I do not want content burnout again. That was not fun, and I Hoo boy. In terms of Sonic X stuff, I think I will dabble my foot into the series again in the future, but this time I'll tackle it from a much more unbiased viewpoint and just highlight some stuff that I found particularly noteworthy that I didn't really talk about in The Sins because The Sins doesn't really give me a great place to talk. So, who knows? I might make a positive video about Sonic X. Who fucking knows? Who knows? But alas, that's content for the future, and right now, my name is Manga Artist. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe for more future content. And here's a sweet goodbye to this dogshit series. Everything wrong with Sonic X? Go fuck yourself.